Right for a living, and I hope I'm living right. All my hope is in Christ who died and came to life. All my debt's been paid, and the grave it is laid to sleep. It's a promise he has made to keep. So when I'm weak, I'm strong. If I fall, I rise, and in my death I live, because he lived and died. In Adam we all cursed to death with no rest. In the way he set straight to the grave when expressed. But God who made the planets was birthed and walked earth, undressed and torn flesh to put death to death. I know that when I go to sleep I shall rise to the yonder, and all his enemies he shall wreck and conquer. Light shines in darkness, death cannot win, and Jesus is alive so death cannot sting. That's what faith is, it's so what Jay did. We have a living hope even though we shed tears. If my soul desires what this life cannot give, maybe I am made for another world. Maybe I am made for another. Maybe I am made for another world. If my soul desires what this life cannot give, maybe I am made for another world. Maybe I am made for another. Maybe I am made for another world. Sometimes I write before I rise, writing with my eyes shut, writing in my dreams right before the sun arrives. I wrote a poem for death, but now I write to stay alive, where the whole world crumbles right before my eyes. Look into the stands, death cheers in the rafters, feeding on the wars and the natural disasters. Look at all these churches exploited by pastors, clones that's getting rich off the souls of the masses. Wrap it up, Lord, is this the last chapter? I wonder how long until the sun will descend. And what about these Christians getting slayed and murdered? Lord, how long until their blood is avenged? Poor men starve while they live in excess. Rich men lead just to feed their own greed, while the rich live large and the poor get worse. Stealing from the poor, criminals roam free. If my soul desires what this life cannot give, maybe I am made for another world. Maybe I am made for another. Maybe I am made for another world. If my soul desires what this life cannot give, maybe I am made for another world. Maybe I am made for another. Maybe I am made for another world. I see these old men bicker so the young fight wars. Kids in the morgue while the rich count scores. Lord, bring the days when we die no more, where young mothers won't bury young sons no more. You know my right mind left when I heard a homie died. Now I'm writing like I'm running, and I'm running out of time, cause life is short and the years fly by. I was just 24, will I get to 35? What's a legacy? Not just a memory that fades when the mornings of mourning have all changed to laughter, for there's an after. That's why we all hate death and long to be full of joy and laughter. All these accolades, we can take them to the grave, and when the time comes, we will give it all away. And what does it matter if we get due praise, when in the noonday sun all the sweat do fade? If my soul desires what this life cannot give, maybe I am made for another world. Maybe I am made for another. Maybe I am made for another world. If my soul desires what this life cannot give, maybe I am made for another world. Maybe I am made for another. Maybe I am made for another world. Think of all the deaths that don't make the news.